Hello, everyone. This is Ben Kelly with Endeavoring Orthodoxy. Today, I'm going to talk about one of the most sought after, searched after questions out there on theology today. What is theology of the body? And so, if you haven't already, please go ahead and like and subscribe this video. If you subscribe, please remember to turn on notifications as YouTube does not always recommend. So undoubtedly, what is the theology of of the body? This is one of the most sought after, searched after questions today on multiple search engines. And really, to answer that question in a very simple way, theology of the body is just theology about the human body. What is its purpose? What Why do we have these bodies? And it's all looking at those questions from a biblical perspective. And so theology of the body will attempt to answer questions like, why do we have bodies? How do our bodies glorify God? What is the significance of this physical body in this life? What is the significance that Jesus had a physical body? What is the significance that Jesus died a physical death? What is the significance that Jesus resurrected as a physical body? All these things you're asking, what is the significance that we will someday resurrect with physical bodies? These are all considerations for theology of the body, but there are numerous others beyond those considerations. Those really have to do with salvation, but you could also get into, what is the significance that we work, that we were created to work? A lot of people don't understand this. A lot of people hate work, and I understand why, because in the fall, God put a curse on work and he made it difficult that we would have to toil and work hard. But work was a part of human experience before the fall. These bodies were created to work from a biblical perspective. So you could get into, what is the purpose of work? What is the purpose of having a body for work? You can also look at other subjects like human sexuality. How do we best glorify God, and what is the purpose for our bodies in sexuality? You could look at other things like parenting. How do our bodies best fulfill are being able to parent, and that's part of work, I think, probably. But you get the picture. There are so many just little sections, little categories that you could break off into with theology of the body. And the problem that has really taken over in mainstream evangelical Christianity for, maybe the last 100 years, is there's been this downplay of the importance of the physical body. And that's just not how the church has thought of the physical body for centuries. So, yeah, to give an example, I remember going to the funeral of my great grandfather. I was only in eighth grade, so I was still a boy, but I had grown up in the church, and I understood a few things. And the minister's sermon just really didn't fit well with what I thought the body should be used for, because the minister kept talking about how the physical body wasn't important, that the body that we saw before us in a casket was only the envelope, and it only held what was truly important inside. And he was advocating some kind of special spiritual soul kind of thing. And I do believe in a soul, don't get me wrong, but downplaying the body, the importance of the body. And I had to say, I think this is pretty unbiblical, that when we consider that in order for God to reconcile himself to his people, he took on the form of a human body. He experienced a physical life and physical death within that human body. And then he rose from the grave as a physical human body, as a glorified body, really. And so there's a lot of significance in the human body from a scriptural perspective, from a theological perspective. And I would encourage you to look into this to help understand why are our bodies so important, because really the track record for evangelical Christianity in this matter for the last 100 years has been pretty poor. So I've got some resources in the description that you can click on to learn about this more, particularly books that you can follow up onto. I don't want to give you too much information here, but and these aren't my books. These are books of other writers who have explored this subject. But you can look into that and see exactly what is the importance and the biblical purpose behind our bodies. So, thank you for watching. Again, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.